What's going on YouTube? Thomaso here. 2018 was a pretty decent year for horror movies. With stuff like Halloween, Quiet Place. But 2019 actually looks like it might be even better. Because there's few interesting sounding and looking horror movies coming out in 2019. So I decided to do a top 10 list of my 10 anticipated movies, my anticipated horror movies of 2019. Alright, here's my top 10 list. Coming in at number 10 will be Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Now, this is based on a book by Alvin Schwartz, and it's about a group of young teens who attempt to solve a mystery that involves a series of horrific deaths in their small town, in their hometown. So I guess you could say this is a little bit like It in a way. Now, this is being produced by Guillermo del Toro, who's, of course, coming off a Oscar win for Shape of Water. And this has mostly few newcomers that I never really... Some of these newcomers I've seen before, and some I haven't. Like, the cast in this includes Zoe Colette, who's right now in the new film Wildlife. It also features Austin Abrams, who is in Tragic Girls, a few other stuff. Dean Norris is in this. Lorraine Toussaint for all you Orange is the New Black fans. Now, it doesn't have a release date just yet, but it could easily come out in 2019. I mean, if you guys live in the Netherlands, to let y'all know, the film will be coming out in Netherlands on November 7th. For anyone who lives in the Netherlands, if you're interested in this, they already have a Netherlands release date. So hopefully a U.S. release date will come shortly. We'll see what happens. Now, I never read the book, so I don't really know much about the book, but the sounding of this sounds like it could be interesting. Or it could just end up being like Slender Man, because the synopsis do scream Slender Man, and Slender Man did not work out good, so maybe it'll be a better version of Slender Man, who knows. Alright, coming in at number 9 is The Curse of La Llorona. Now, the trailer for this looked creepy. Now, this film is being directed by the director who's doing the upcoming Conjuring 3, and is produced by James Wan, who, of course, is best known for the Conjuring franchise. But this looks like it could be something really interesting. The trailer kind of creeped me out a little. I mean, the female, like the creepy femaleness will probably, terrify you. Here's what it's about. The synopsis is like this. Ignoring the eerie warning of a troubled mother suspected of child endangerment, a social worker and her own smaller kids are soon drawn into a frightening supernatural realm. Yeah, this looks like it could be something pretty interesting, and yeah, I mean, The Curse of La Llorona will be opening on April 19th, so keep your eye out for that. Alright, coming in at number 8 is a film called Brightburn. Now, this doesn't really have a synopsis, or there's really nowhere on what the movie is even about, but it's scripted by James Gunn. And the last time I saw a horror movie that was scripted by James Gunn ended up being The Belko Experiment, which was awesome. And Brightburn was supposed to come out this November, but because of the whole James Gunn situation, Sony decided to maybe delay it to the summer 2019. So now it's opening on May 17th of next. I think May 17th or May 24th. I gotta double check that, but it comes out in May, so and also features Elizabeth Banks, who of course worked with Gunn on Slayer. So there's a Slayer reunion there. If you enjoy Slayer, there you go. All right, coming in at number 7 might be a little controversial, but I'm gonna go with Child's Play. Now, there's no word if this is really coming out in 2019 or 2020, but they already shot their. I guess they're done shooting it, and so maybe it could come out next year. Who knows? Now, I really wasn't a fan of the look of Chucky, but who knows? It's just a photo. Maybe when you see it in context, it'll end up being better. Now, sad part is Brad Dorff isn't returning, which is a little disappointing to me. Who knows? Maybe they'll be an actor. They'll get you play Chucky, who might actually end up being better. Who knows? And of course, it stars Aubrey Plaza, who's playing Andy's mother. Brian Tyree Henry, for all you Atlanta fans, is playing the detective, and this actor named Gabriel Bateman is playing the role of Andy. So they got a pretty solid cast. So I'm really curious to see how this Child's Play remake is going to go. All right, coming in at number 6 would be Annabelle, the third Annabelle film. I really dug the first two Annabelles. I'm one of the few who didn't mind the first Annabelle, but I really dug Annabelle Creation. That the Annabelle Creation was super creepy. It was really fun, and hopefully this is better than The Nun, because right now The Nun is the only Conjuring-based movie that I just thought was absolutely terrible. I'm really curious in the new Annabelle film. And the Warrens are actually supposed to be in this as well, because Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are attached to reprise roles. So I guess it's more like a prequel sort, if you want, like of how the Warrens first obtain Annabelle, and yeah, I'm really curious to see how the Dirt Annabelle's gonna go. Now the film is being directed by Gary Duberman, I think that's his last name, who also wrote the scripts for It and the Conjuring films. So this is going to be his directorial debut, and I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with Annabelle Jr. And Annabelle is a really creepy dog too. And I mean, Annabelle and Child's Play in the same year. Whew. Next is going to be Dog Galore, man. All right, coming in at number 5 is Happy Death Day to You. Now, I saw this trailer during, the new Halloween, and I was sold. I mean, I was a little skeptical about them doing a sequel because, the first film ended really well. But after that trailer, I'm really more excited for this. Now, the actress Jessica Rose said the movie is supposed to be a Back to the Future-esque type film. And yeah, I mean the trailers. I think this is gonna be pretty fun. Yeah, I really dug the first Happy Death Day. I recently just watched it on Cinemax, and it's loads of fun. It's really funny. I cannot wait to check out Happy Death Day to You. And Jessica Rose returned, so that gets me more excited too. Jessica Rose is awesome. All right, coming in at number 4 is Zombieland 2. Now, this is the sequel to the first Zombieland, and I cannot wait for Zombieland 2. I mean, you got the original cast returning. You got Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Abigail Breslin, and even Oscar winner Emma Stone are all returning. You even got Rupert Fleischer returning to direct. Now, Fleischer is right now coming off a big box office win with Venom. So, yeah, this is pretty much his follow-up to Venom. And I cannot wait for Zombieland 2. It's been when the film comes out, it'll be the 10th anniversary of the first Zombieland, which I guess is pretty funny since, it's opening around the same month as when the first Zombieland got released. Now, there's not really any plot details or anything like that, but I'm really curious to check in what they're going to do with Zombieland 2. And Yeah, I mean, let's see how awesome it is. Now, it could easily not even come out next year. I mean, they've been talking about doing Zombieland 2 for a while. Really, it's only the chance of just waiting to see if this movie is actually gonna happen, but we'll see. Maybe they already got release date. They're planning to shoot in January, so we'll see if this is actually going to come out that October. All right, coming in at number three is, well, Dream from Hell. Now, Dream from Hell is actually a follow up to Houses of 10,000 Corpse and Devil's Reject. This stars. This pretty much stars Sherry Moon Zombie, Bill Moseley, and Sid Haig, all back as the famed Firefly family, and it's directed by Rob Zombie. I can't tell you how much excited I am for this. Like they released some character posters which looked awesome. I cannot wait till they release like a trailer for this because I really want to see this. Because I was a little young when Devil's Reject got released, so I couldn't really see that in theaters. But I mean, it's pretty cool to see the cast back together. You also got a few other cast members in this. I think Danny Trejo has a part in this. I think Malcolm McDowell's also in this, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull up the cast list first. Okay, Dream from Hell. Hey, Danny Trejo is in this. It's always a joy seeing Danny Trejo in anything. And Bill Moseley is one of my favorite horror actors, so any horror films with him in it, I'll check out. We also got Richard Brake, who worked with Rob Zombie in 31. Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard, is in this. Dee Wallace for all you Cujo fans. Richard Rielli, he's always awesome. Jeff Daniel Phillips, kind of an underrated actor. Now, there's not really any plot details to this or anything like that, but you know what? It's a follow-up to Devil's Rejects, and I dug Devil's Rejects, so Devil's Rejects is actually one of the few horror sequels that's even better than the first film. If you guys haven't seen Houses of 10,000 Corpse or Devil's Reject yet, give those a go. And if you enjoy those, probably will end up enjoying Three from Hell. All right, coming in at number two would be Pet Sematary 2. Now, I mean, Pet Sematary, the original, is a classic. And it's, of course, based on the classic Stephen King book. Now, the trailer that got released for this looked awesome. You got, the kids in it, like the little kid looks like he's going to be even creepier than the original. You got Jason Clarke as the dad. John Lithgow is even in this. Who doesn't love John Lithgow? He's always awesome. Yeah, I cannot wait to check out Pet Sematary. It looks like it's going to be even creepier than the original. Yeah, again, probably it may won't, but who knows? It probably will end up being creepier than the original. Because I mean, thanks to the success of it, looks like we're in the Stephen King assance now. With Castle Rock and many other Stephen King films in the works. Hey, I'm happy. Stephen King's the man, and yeah, I can't wait to check this Pet Sematary. And that cat looks completely creepy. This like the first Pet Sematary made lots of people not even want to buy cats because how creepy that cat was in the original. But it looks like the cat in this might end up being even creepier. And those drum scenes, I mean, they'll give you goosebumps. Those drum scenes that's in this. But yeah, I can't wait to check out Pet Sematary. Now it opens in April, so yeah, it opens against Shazam as well. So that's an interesting competition there. All right, speaking of Stephen King, coming in at number one will be It Chapter 2. The first It was amazing. I mean, what Andy Muschietti did with that was just awesome. Pennywise, oh man, looked creepy. This time, it's the kids are now older and they return to their hometown to face off against Pennywise once again. They the older versions includes James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain's in it, as well as Bill Hader. Andy Muschietti returns to direct, and you got Bill Skarsgård returning as Pennywise. Everything I've been hearing from this new It sequel has me really intrigued. The cast has me intrigued, and I love the first It, so yeah, I cannot wait to check out what they're going to do with the sequel. Now, the kids are actually supposed to reprise their roles as well, which I'm guessing maybe will be flashback to something, or maybe like in the beginning of the movie features them still as kids, and then towards the middle, like after their interaction, that's when the adults arrive, like the adult version of them is there. But we'll see how that are gonna unfold. But yeah, I cannot wait to check out it chapter 2. Bill Moseley as Pennywise is probably even creepier than when Tim Curry played the role. And I'm really glad to see Bill Skarsgård reprise his role, and I just cannot wait for the sequel. Now it opens in September, so yeah, can't wait for this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my 10 anticipated horror movies of 2019. Here's the rundown. Number 10, Scary Stories You Tell in the Dark. Number 9, The Curse of La Llorona. Number 8, Brightburn. Number 7, Child's Play. Number 6, Annabelle 3. Number 5, Happy Death Day to You. Number 4, Zombieland 2. Number 3, Dream from Hell. Number 2, Pet Sematary. And number 1, It Chapter 2. Now, there's a few other horror films coming out next year I could have added. Here's some honorable mentions. Grudge might actually end up being okay. I didn't like the last Grudge film, so that's kind of why this one's in there. Although Lynn Shay did say that it's the scariest movie that she's ever been in, so that's probably going to say something about that. Let's see. Maybe if they move forward for that Friday the 13th film, maybe it could come out 2019, but I don't know about that one. There's a film called Killer Therapy that could be interesting. Bill Moseley is actually playing a creepy clown next year. Rock Dead Paper, which is being directed by Child's Play director Tom Holland. Not to be confused with Spider-Man, by the way, but yeah, I mean, there's a few other interesting horror stuff coming out next year that could be interesting. Let me leave you guys. What are your anticipated horror movies of 2019? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Tom Sells signing off.